This is footage of the night shelling of Nikopol. The city is located in the Dnipropetrovsk region. Russians fire at the city from the opposite bank of the Dnipro, namely from the occupied Enerhodar. Europe's largest nuclear power plant in Enerhodar is visible to the naked eye from Nikopol. It was next to it that the Russian troops deployed artillery pieces and ground multiple launch rocket systems for intensive shelling of nearby cities.
We're deeply concerned about
We are deeply concerned by the fact that Russia has seized nuclear facilities in Ukraine, in particular in Zaporizhzhia, one of the largest nuclear facilities in Europe. There are credible reports, including today's media reports, that Russia is using the station as the equivalent of a human shield, but a nuclear shield in the sense that it is firing at Ukrainians around the station.
Russian troops are based on the very territory of the nuclear power plant itself. According to the residents of the occupied city, which is called the City of Nuclear Scientists, such actions of the occupiers can lead to truly horrible consequences for the entire mankind. You've got to have nothing in your head to do this. What are you doing? Setting a stronghold at the nuclear power plant? Yeah, Ukrainians won't shoot here. Well, there are no words.
Of course it's dangerous. If it explodes, it will be the same, even worse than in Chernobyl.
This is what the International Atomic Energy Agency now fears as well. According to the Director General of the agency, the situation in Enerhodar, which Russian troops captured in early March, is becoming more dangerous every day.
The supply chain for equipment and spare parts has been interrupted, so we are not sure that the station is getting everything it needs. The IAEA also needs to conduct very important inspections to ensure that nuclear material is protected, and there is a lot of nuclear material that needs to be inspected. Rafael Grossi, Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, in an interview with the Associated Press.
International organizations do not have access to the territory of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, but there is data from British intelligence. According to them, Russian troops use Enerhodar for the rest of their units. Taking advantage of the high level of danger of the objects, they provide themselves with security from counterattacks from the Ukrainian army.
Following 5 months of occupation, Russia's intentions regarding the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant remain unclear. However, the actions they have undertaken at the facility have likely undermined the security and safety of the plant's normal operations. Ministry of Defense of the United Kingdom on Twitter.
The Russian Foreign Ministry assures that the presence of the Russian occupation forces on the territory of the nuclear power plant does not cause any damage to its security.
The Zaporizhzhia NPP, located in the area of the special military operation, was taken under protection solely to prevent the use by Ukrainian nationalist formations and foreign mercenaries of the situation in the country for a possible organization of a nuclear provocation with unpredictable consequences. Permanent mission of the Russian Federation to the UN on Telegram.
The Ukrainian side believes that the presence of Russian military and weapons on the territory of a nuclear power plant is direct nuclear blackmail, and not only for Ukraine, but also for the entire world. The Russian Federation regularly disseminates statements that it is the Ukrainian army that is committing provocations.
Such statements can be used as a kind of alibi, having independently fired at the nuclear power plant and accused the armed forces of Ukraine of this. Center for Countering Disinformation on Telegram.
One of the provocations by the Russian invaders took place on August 5th. According to Enerhodar, 3 shell hits were recorded near the industrial site of the Zaporizhzhia NPP.
Russian troops are likely using the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant and Enerhodar to play on Western fears of a nuclear holocaust in Ukraine. They probably want to dampen the desire of Western countries to provide military support for the Ukrainian counteroffensive. From the official report of the Institute for the Study of War.
As a result of the shelling of Enerhodar, an electrical substation was damaged. 6 out of 7 micro-districts of the city were left without electricity. Because of this, the water pumps do not work. City remains without water. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine has already reacted to this.
Against the backdrop of a cynical video statement by the President of the Russian Federation at the review conference of the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons about the lack of intentions of the Russian Federation to use nuclear weapons in Ukraine, Russia resorted to numerous provocations at a nuclear facility. The possible consequences of hitting an operating reactor are equivalent to the use of an atomic bomb. From the official message of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine called on world leaders to take action to make Russia leave the territory of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant and transfer it under the control of Ukraine and the International Atomic Energy Agency for the safety of the whole world. Reported by Marina Stepanenko, Natalia Husak, UATV News.